Hi there. Greetings, blessings, and welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. And this is going to be another in a series of lessons, if you will, for those who are wishing to um, find information about the transition and how to go about it, what it might be about, and some basics to help folks with. Now, I wish. By the way, I'm David Null, your host and intrepid spokesperson here, if you will, and my spirit name is Honkai Two Feathers. Now, I say this because I've been asked to give these little lessons, if you will, and I do this most humbly because I'm not trying to get anybody to like believe in me or something or my philosophy, but this is galactic, cosmic, universal kind of thinking. It's not just me, it's other folks, it's other things. And I'm just a messenger, okay? And my message is supposed to be very simple. Now, first off, I want to say that I'm very humbled to be able to bring this to you because the message that I've been getting from my spirit guides is very simple. We are all in this together, we are all spirit beings. And I, they make me write this stuff down on purpose so that I have a written record and also so that I can um, go back on it and refer to it if I need to. Now, I want to say first off and give it a little bit of introduction. Hi, CC Corbett 21. Blessings and love to you. Now, there are many of us who know that there are big changes that are happening right now and unfolding in this universe for all beings on this planet, not just humans, but all animals and critters and all things. There are changes coming, and many more of us need to be open to these changes that are coming. Now, we need to keep our mind open. We need to keep our philosophies open because things are going to change in a way for the very positive. Now, there are going to be people who are going to claim that this is a new religion. This has nothing to do with religion. Okay. Nada. Not a thing to do with religion. This has to do with spirituality, plain and simple, regardless of your religion. Now, I've had discussions on religion and so forth in the past, and if you wish to find out what has been said to me and passed on about religion and things, go check out one of those videos. This isn't the one for that right now, because I want to start doing things in a basic form, and I'm going to try these to keep these videos as short as possible and on a focal track so that 15 or 20, maybe 30 minutes. I'm hoping I get long-winded, I know, but in that each one of these videos has a particular topic, and I'm going to try to stay on that topic. Okay, then I'm going to do another video, next topic. Okay, but I'm going to keep them short enough so folks can listen to easily. All right. Yes, I've had complaints that I'm too long-winded, and after an hour, it's just hard to keep up. So, I've got to do better than that. All right. So, the basic thing is that we are not supposed to be following anyone blindly right now. This is very important. And one of the things that the my spirit guides have been telling me and explain, and I try to explain this to other people, is that it's not about following, it's about understanding. Okay. So if you understand like the principles of Buddha or the principles of the Christ consciousness or the principles of, name whatever it is, and look at those core values. So this is about that. Okay. It's not about any particular religion or faith or belief. This is how we can transition. A lot of people are calling it ascension, and I'm going to probably make a lot of people mad. My intention is not to do so. My intention is to try to explain what the difference could be in ascension and what is explained as transition. Okay. Now it's very simple. If you ascend to something, it's like jumping, and we simply just cannot jump into this next realm. We have to transition. Okay, now I give a simple example. You start a new job, okay? wherever it might be. And so when you go to work, you have to make the transition to this new job, okay, whatever it might be. Or maybe you've been working in a plant or a place or whatever. I was in manufacturing, so I think in terms of plants and people working in machines. But anyway, but so you get promoted, you get into a different department. You have to transition yourself. You still work for the same people, you still have the same friends in the plant, but you're going to transition into a new job, all right, into a different thing. You have things that you must learn. So this is what this is all about, okay? It's not about jumping to the next level because none of us can do it. We all must transition. That's what's important. We all must learn this new way of thought pattern, this new way of thinking. Is it new age? It's beyond new age. Is it the new world order? Absolutely not. However, it is universal law. And that's very different. Universal law is important, okay? So here's the basics. This particular one is on Sherry D. Hello. Everything is a process, absolutely. Christ unity consciousness, and greetings and blessings back to you, CC Corbett. Now, a lot of people don't know how to meditate, all right? I mean, it's just what it is. So I'm just going to give some very basics about meditation. And a lot of people want to put too much, how do I say this? They want to put too much into meditation. Like, well, I have to have a quiet room and I have to have this and I have to have that. And you got to have a lot of peripheral stuff. Well, here's the deal. One of the quote shortcuts that I'm supposed to be explaining to people is that you can do simple meditation in your day. All you have to do is take a minute or two. If you're sitting at your desk, if you're standing at the thing, all you got to do is take a deep breath, clear your head for a second, think of a really good positive thought, and that's part of the meditation. And if you do these things periodically through the day, a minute or two here and there, you stay connected to this quantum energy that many of us have been talking about, okay? And, the scientists are like, yeah, it's out there. They're proving now in white papers and scientific things, that the spirit lingers on in the body a lot longer than they thought. All kinds of things, okay? These are etheric and esoteric kind of thoughts. But one of the things that is very important is these are old ideas that science is like squashed or, oh, that's just hogwash. And so what we need to do is we need to understand that we are connected to this quantum at all times. So when you meditate, meditation doesn't need to be a big deal. You can do it simply. Find just a quiet minute or two. Sometimes if you're stuck in traffic, you can just take a deep breath and look around you and go, you know what? I'm not going to be a part of the idiots in around me in this stuck in traffic. I'm just going to take this time to go, you know what? I'm stuck here. I'm going to meditate for a minute. You're still aware of what's going on, but just put yourself in a calm state of mind. Just say, you know what? I'm just going to take this stuck in traffic as a sign that I need to relax for a few minutes. Take a deep breath. Now, if you more meditation, I've discussed this in other videos, and I'm going to briefly describe it here. But that I suggest to a lot of people that if you've never meditated before, or if you want really the full effect of it, that you should meditate with a tree. And different trees have different energies. Pine trees and evergreens have a different kind of energy versus oak trees, elm trees, any kind of nut tree, pecan or pecan, depending on where you're at in the South down here, walnut trees, the deal. Those types of trees are older, and there is older energy in the oak trees and what we call deciduous trees. In other words, anything that loses its leaves, okay? They are much older, and the energy, their roots are deeper, and there is a wisdom there that is just absolutely beyond belief. So I always say that you should always ask the tree for permission. All right, so you don't believe in hugging them yet. Okay, but that's gonna be in the next section. Okay, about how we need to be aware of all things in nature because all of us are connected. So I'm just going to say that point right now and save that for the next video, which is B on my list here. Okay, so but with the meditation, so calm yourself. Now, when you meditate with a tree, allow your being. All right, now most people, well, a lot of people understand that we have auras. We have an energy field around us. Okay, different people can see our auras, different colors. We vibrate in different energies, and therefore, our auras will look different. That is that energy pattern that surrounds us. Every one of us has it. Okay, some are stronger than others. All right. So what you wish to do is allow your aura to exchange its energy with the energy of the tree. So just sit down under the tree, just put your hand on the tree, say, I would like to sit beneath you. I hope it's okay. Just be respectful, is all. Very, very few times will a tree say, get the hell out from underneath me. But you will find yourself sometimes if you're sitting under a tree and you just can't get comfortable, it's because the tree doesn't want you. Go find another tree or clear your energy, or maybe you need to ask the tree. I know that sounds way wacky woo woo, but this is what shamans do, Native Americans do, all types of indigenous people from all over the planet. They understand these types of core frequencies. So when you meditate, you wish to share your energy with a tree or something like that, that will increase your potential to understand and to meditate in a deeper state, stay more calm, and you will also pick up information from the tree. Okay, earth energy, um, earth history, your own history. These things will, quote, manifest themselves when you meditate with a tree. It will help allow you to see things more clearly in your own mind without somebody trying to tell you what to think. Okay. But now when you meditate, you want to free yourself. Now, there are a lot of people who say, well, and I've had this too. I've had this problem. So I speak with experience on this, in that when you try to meditate, there are pictures and things, little movies going through your head, and it's just like a scramble of bunches of chaos, and you just, quote, can't uh, calm yourself from it. And you do your best to try to stop that stuff. Now, I'm here to tell you that what that is, that's the chaos in your brain. It has to play. In order to free up your mind, these are little tidbits of stuff that's in your head. Now, what I try to explain to folks what to do is to just allow it to play. Don't stop on any one particular thing. Now, if there's one of these pictures or little movies that come up, I don't know, past events, present events, maybe something that, I've explained, maybe you're going to a wedding. And so you're thinking about what you're going to wear or whatever it is. So you think into the future of things. What is it going to be? So these pictures go flipping through your mind. Well, if something's going to be in the future, sometimes you need to look at that picture just to say, oh, that's interesting. Because it might be something of a future event. Now, if it's in the present or the past, like it's just happened today, meaning in the present, versus something that's happened years ago or recently, if something keeps flipping up, maybe it's something you need to resolve. Maybe you've had an argument with a friend or something, whatever the deal is. If that picture keeps flipping up in your subconscious mind when you're trying to meditate, that's your internal self saying, deal with this, take care of it, rather than, because probably if it's still flipping through your head, then you haven't dealt with it. Now, that's between you and yourself, okay? So no one can tell you what is right or wrong or what it is. But what you need to do is, rather than worry about the pictures flipping through your mind's eye, just let it play, because the subconscious and the brain needs it. It's very important to allow this to play. Okay, it will help you to meditate. Now, what I've also told people to do before is, and I call it that when you listen to the chaos, because all these pictures and things, and maybe there's sounds or noises associated with it or whatever. It depends on what's going through your brain at the time. I mean, sometimes I hear things along with the little movies that are being played. And what I have to do is I have to just let the chaos play. But in the chaos, there is harmony. And I've said this, and I'll give you an example. And it has to do with, like, if you've ever did harmony with someone in a band or a chorus or something like that, a 2 or 3 or 4 part harmony. If you hear one line of it out of the melody, if you listen to just the harmony, it will sound off key. There's flats, there's sharps. But when everyone sings in synchronicity, that chaos creates a harmony. Okay. So when you see these things flipping through your head or sound sites, whatever it is, rather than worry about it, just let it play. This will help you to focus on your meditation. This will allow the brain to clear itself, because it needs to clear itself. All right. When you try to hold back, or when you try to stop these things, well, I'm going to shut this off so I can meditate, it never works. I have never succeeded in shutting those little pictures or movies off, right? Never. And so I learned that, well, the best thing to do is just let the damn things play. Because when they get done playing, and if I don't stop and dwell on something, I just let it play. You're just an observer. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, next. That all of a sudden it will run out of things to play, and it'll clear your mind. I know it sounds crazy, but it works. And so people who try to squash, turn it off, or otherwise, I can't listen to it, I'm not going to, you waste all that energy, when what you should do is just put yourself in a neutral position in your head. Just let it run. Okay. And, but like I say, there are some things that will pop out, and your brain will probably tell you, I need to deal with that. Or, oh crap, that's bothering me. All right. So it doesn't mean you need to stop and focus on that at the moment you're trying to meditate. It just means make a mental note. I need to take care of this. That's all. All right. So any of the chaos that's playing, the key is to not get involved in the chaos. Okay. It's really easy to do. You go, oh my God, something replays in your head and you can't quite get that movie out of there. Open up your eyes, stop the picture show, think of something else, get a drink of water, and then close your eyes and go back, because whatever you became emotionally involved in that little movie. Okay. So in order to meditate, you have the choice. It's like, well, I really don't want to go there. And I've learned how to shut them off. It's like, okay, I've seen enough of this movie. I know where it goes. Don't want to watch any more of this one. Next. And so when you get a little bit of training under your belt, then you can do this yourself. You can just say, okay, enough. And just clear your, do a little blanky blank. I do this little thing with my eyes, I don't like blink, blink, go away. And I do it physically so that I can kind of like feel it in my head versus, be calm and don't move. That works for some people. But I'm trying to give you just some simple techniques. Like, am I trying to tell you what to wear? Okay, you should wear something that's loose fitting. If you're wearing a tight pair of jeans, then undo the belt and undo the top thingy. You need to be comfortable when you meditate. Now, should you be lying down? Only if you want to go to sleep. But should you be comfortable, maybe in a recliner or sitting under a tree, or maybe you're out laying on a blanket outside looking up at the sky, watching all the chemtrails fall on you. But anyway, so the next thing in with the meditation is that, number one, a lot of people ask, well, why should I meditate? What's this got to do with this transition? Important, because we need to learn how to clear those things in our brain. We need to allow them out of our 3D dimension. We need that frequency out of us. So unless there are really fun things playing in your brain, I mean, there's very seldom when I'm trying to meditate, at least in the old days, it was always something that was like tragic. I hadn't taken care of. There was never anything like, ooh, I caught a big fish the other day. No, It was always something that was troubling me, which usually was flipping through my mind's eye. So I realized, well, hang on, okay, number one, don't get involved in the chaos in your head. Just let it go. You know, allow the chaos to play itself out and find the harmony in that, like a chorus of singers. Okay. And there will be a frequency, there will be a sound or something. It might even be a light frequency, it might be a color. Okay. To some people, I'm very sound oriented. I've been a sound engineer and I've worked in radio. And so, puppeteer, storyteller. Okay. So a lot of sound, a lot of voice, a lot of, listening to different voices and inflections. So, but to other people, it's more visual and it's more, they hear the sound in a color. Okay. That's okay too. All right. If you see that color in your mind's eye, let it play out. If it's not upsetting you, now deep reds and certain colors will affect and trigger certain things in different people's minds. So just think warm, think pleasant. Some people say, whoa, look for the white light and then let it change to yellow and then it changes to a violet. That never worked for me. Now, I've had a lot of brain trauma that I've discussed before, and maybe that disallows me to see these colors other people seem to have really. Oh, yeah, I saw the violet light and it came through the top of my head. And I'm like, I can't see any of that. So I wasted a lot of time trying to do just that when I realized I was reaching a state of meditation, but I was using just like other simple techniques. Now, if colors will work for you, fine. There are a lot of different ways that you can meditate, and Hawkeye here is not trying to tell you which way to go. I'm trying to say that there are simple ways to meditate without having to go into these other areas and study all the stuff. Just be comfortable with yourself. Allow yourself to be comfortable, because that's a lot of what goes on with people. You go through your day, there's tension, there's traffic, the kids, the dog. Oh, crap, I forgot whatever it was at the store, whatever, just day-to-day stuff. And so we have a tendency to get our little mainsprings wound up, or maybe our panties are in a bunch for some particular reason. Yes, one of my old friends used to say, my panties are in a bunch. Okay. But with that said, though, meditation for the transition, understanding to be able to clear your mind, is going to help put you in a higher vibration, because you're going to allow the lower vibration negative thoughts to go ahead and pass out of you. Pass out. Yeah, literally. Some of my darker things, I literally did pass out from some of the stuff that I went through. But that's my story. Now, so if you're meditating with a tree, you're sharing your energy, allow yourself to feel lifted with the tree. In other words, feel your energy go up the tree like sap. And if you meditate correctly, you will feel yourself blowing in the wind as a leaf. It's really cool. And I'm not talking about doing any kind of hallucinogenic or anything, but that's even more fun. But to the point, though, it's simple. It's easy to do. It just takes a little practice. All right. And you have to have faith in yourself to know that I can do this. It's simple. That's the biggest thing. People worry themselves, oh, I don't know if I can do this right. Look, just start someplace. Okay, just start someplace. Whether you need to go talk to a guru, but you don't need those things. That's the point. That's what the spirit guides are telling me. It's not that these are shortcuts, but they are. Because I'm not trying to get you involved in any kind of mantra, or you got to sit cross-legged, or you got to hold your thumbs in, or you got to sit lotus position. Ain't going there. Okay. Can you do that? Up to you. But for those folks, this is a way to get there. These are things that need to be done. These are personal things that need to be done with each of us. Okay. How do we go through this transition? Basic thing. Start to meditate so that your frequency is better. Okay. Allow the darkness to come out of you. If one of those little pictures or movies comes up in your front, in your mind's eye, then take care of it. That's a separate story, but it is part of this meditation. Because if you keep getting the same picture running over and over every time you sit down to meditate, deal with whatever's there and it'll clear your mind. It'll also clear your frequency. And that's part of these small steps into this transition. Because what's going to happen, folks are going to wake up one day and they're going to go, what is all this? So when you start getting your frequency, it's going to bring your awareness up. And as you meditate and your awareness increases, then you're going to be able to understand these energies coming in from the universe that we are already receiving. And in fact, here the next couple of days, we're supposed to be getting some kind of purple, violet energy burst from the universe. And it may make some of us feel quite funky. So, when you start having control of your emotions and through simple meditation, okay, then these energies that come through that are going to awaken certain things in you, us, all of us, some of us more than others because other folks aren't near as aware. They've never tried to sit down and meditate, or they've never tried to take the time to wait a minute. Let me think out of the box here. Wait a minute, let me get rid of the box, because that's what the universe is. The universe is so expansive. There is no box. So anyway, let me see. Am I making all my points about the meditation? There are going to be times when you're meditating that negative energy or a negative thought is going to want to try to take over your meditation spot. And it might be, depending on who you are, where you are, what's going on in your world, I can't say. But there may be negative entities that are looking for something to attach itself to. Maybe you're already having issues with a negative entity. All right, so one thing that you can absolutely do, and you should do this all the time, is put a positive thought. I am surrounded by positive energy. And believe it, okay? I'm going to do another video on faith and what it means to have faith in yourself, in the universe, in the cosmos. I mean, faith. But with this, though, with the meditation, you have to go into it with the positive thought, saying that, you know what? This meditation is going to help me. This meditation is going to help me resolve. It is going to help raise my vibration. It is going to do X, Y, whatever you wish to put onto it. Put a positive spin on it. When I meditate, I'm going to be glowing positive energy. When, you put these little, some people might call them a mantra. Some people might call them a prayer. In a way, and you should speak it out loud so that you hear it and your subconscious picks it up. It's always important. Say it out loud, okay? And if you're really trying to get something in, you say it 3 times. My aura is glowing a beautiful yellow. My aura is glowing a beautiful yellow. My aura is glowing a beautiful yellow. Boom. You put that positive thought into the universe. And then so you're already like, ooh, nice yellow, warm, golden light. Ooh, isn't this fun? Ooh, it's like taking a nice warm shower or something, So it's like you can take that feeling, think of a nice warm shower, or maybe bubble bath if that's your preference. But, but you take something that's nice and warm and fuzzy in a way, like, ooh, a little cuddly bear. But to the point, you take those nice, warm, fuzzy feelings, and these are the positive things. Regardless of my day, I got 10 minutes here that I'm going to be nice, warm, and fuzzy. Maybe you are in the bathtub and that's where you do your meditation. I mean, I've had good meditation while taking a shower for 5 minutes and just standing under and letting the water and saying thank you for the water, for cleaning my body, my soul, and giving me energy. I just say thank you. And it's amazing what a shower with intent as part of a meditative state will get you, especially when you think about the water and you say water as it's coming out, You're flowing over me. You're giving me cosmic energy. I'm taking, you put it in a positive light. You put everything in um, with a positive intent. So when you sit down, give yourself a little instruction. I'm here with positive intent. Nothing can harm me. Anything negative will stay away. You don't say might, or you just state it categorically. Anything negative, stay away. You cannot harm me. You will not harm me. Okay. And when you state these positive things to the universe, you're actually calling upon your spirit guides like, hey, he just said nothing's going to harm me. Well, we need to keep an eye out down here. Okay. You say that might be a little bit woo woo. Well, we're all connected. So when you make these kind of intents, and you don't have to ask an entity because they're already there. And when you connect into the quantum with your meditation, then when you say these positive things, it's being heard. You will be protected. Okay. It's like a given. That's part of this faith. Okay. So I've been 30 minutes at this, and I got lots more to say, but I'm going to keep these videos short because I want to stay on topic with them. And so I'm going to go get me a cup of coffee, and I'm going to take a breather. What techniques work best when your emotions are maxed out and spinning? I am an empath, and emotions, mine and others' emotions, can overwhelm me so hard to get calm. Sherry, I understand it. I get it. I get it. I get it. And that's what I mean about it's the chaos. There's all these emotions coming in, and you may not know where they're coming from. Maybe you do know, oh, you're getting a strong feeling and this vibe's coming from this person. And if you're being flooded with this all the time, then what you say to your aura is you put a command to your aura. Okay. It's going to block out any unnecessary information coming in, and that this is your time. So that maybe, to me, sometimes the sounds are still coming in, but it's sort of like, I don't hear it. I hear mumbling. And so it's like, well, if I can hear the mumbling, and that doesn't bother me as much as like full-blown sentences. Okay. But that's when you, if it's coming in, your training and who you are trains you to listen to these things. So when you meditate, you have to tell yourself, stop listening. I know it sounds stupid, but you have to tell yourself out loud, do the 3-rule thing, write down a sentence that makes sense to you, and that'll be your own personal mantra. And it'll just simply be something like, I'm flooding my aura with energy to keep out all unwanted thoughts so I can meditate, or something along those lines. So it's sort of like a protection spell. If you were doing like real earth magic, it's like a protection spell, but all it really is just a positive thought. A protection spell is nothing more than really that. Okay. So if you wish to ask for Jesus or a God or something, I try to stay out of that realm. I just say, just ask the universe. The angels are there. The spirit guides are already there, and lots of other stuff. But if you just say, I protect myself, I am putting a shield around me. Now, in my terms as an electrician and radio buff and all that, I think of a Faraday cage. And a Faraday cage is a wired apparatus that is grounded to the ground. Radio waves can't get out, and radio waves can't get in. It's a Faraday cage named after the guy. But anyway, so when I think of keeping out unwanted thoughts while I try to calm down, I imagine myself in a Faraday cage. So if you don't know what a Faraday cage is, Miss Sherry, yeah, then just check it out. Just for a mental picture, because for me, sometimes a mental picture is much better than a bunch of words. And also, if I can picture it in my mind, I'm sitting in a metal container, and no kind of electricity or thoughts or anything can get in. Now that's a visual. Now visuals work for a lot of people. Okay. and the folks that I've worked with over the years, different shamans, other people, so forth, it seems to me that the best thing that works for people is that visualization. I can see myself not in a cage as I'm a caged animal, but I am in a cage of protection. Now, you don't have to think cage. You can think I'm in an aura. I'm in an orb. I'm in a, a pyramid. Doesn't matter. Just picture whatever works best for you. Me, in my world, Faraday cage. But anyway, there's a link to me that makes the Faraday cage work even better for me. Now, but that's just me. So, Miss Sherry, you need to find out what works for you and anybody else too, because if you're getting other empath type emotions in, it's not just your brain that's running. It's somebody else's coming into yours. And you have been taught, like a lot of other people, to pay attention to that. And with this opening and lifting of the veil, more of this stuff is coming in. And the more of this awakening is happening, there are more people out there in this area. There are more people on the quantum than used to be there. Okay. So there's more crap out there, and the more it turns on other people, it's like, well, now you're picking up, you're like a radio receiving 1,500 stations all at one time, and it's just a mass of jumbles. I get it. And that's what I mean by just rather than try to pick out what's going on, there is a harmony in the chaos. Don't listen to it. It's just noise. Okay. So you can make a transference with your thought pattern to say, you know what? This crazy energy that's coming in and all these people and all this stuff, I love you all, but stay out of my brain for a while. That works too. But it's putting a positive intent out there. You don't wish any harm, but at the same time, hey, y'all cut it out. Leave me alone for a while. And, especially, well, I'm thinking about such and such really hard. You can send the thought back and go, not now, please. And they might go, oh, wait, what was that? It works both ways. Now, this is part of the transition, you see. You brought up a really good topic here, Sherry, because this is what people are going to have to understand how to control. People are going to start waking up and they're going to be hearing other people's thoughts. And they're going to go, what the frick do I do with this? I don't know how to shut these people out. And the other people are going, well, I'm having thoughts. I thought about my brother and now all of a sudden he's like having a panic attack or something. But the thing is that we have to control our thoughts going out. So if I'm thinking of someone else, they might go, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. And, wait a minute. So for every thought that I have about someone else, I'm adding to the chaos. So I must be careful. That's why I tell folks, if you're going to send somebody a thought, send it in a little tiny burst. You have a thought, you say, I hope you get well soon, Jim. And you think about it real hard and you might repeat it 3 times. I wish you well, Jim. I hope you get well soon, Jim. I love you, Jim. Get well soon. And then stop. No more. If you need to ask a question, well, ask a question. Well, the question should be simple. Are you coming tonight? Why don't you just call me, text me, get in touch with me? That's the simplest thing to do. Send out a thought, contact me, whatever it might be. And if say it's your sister or something, okay, and it's like you're supposed to have lunch later on and you want to check on the time or whether you're supposed to meet, okay, fine. Then just send a thought out. Okay, sister, call me where, what time, and just let it go. Don't continue to think about it because that muddies up the quantum, if you will. So get the thought out, send it out quick. And for those people who say they've had contact with other beings, extraterrestrials, dimensionals, whatever you wish to call it, and I agree with this because I get these in at the same time. It's like a download. It's like paragraphs of stuff at one drop. It's like sentences, and there little words and stuff will come out. Sometimes it's just a picture, but the picture is like 1,000 words. You'll see the picture, and there might be 1 or 2 thoughts attached to that picture, and there you go. Okay. So, but these are the things that need to be taught to folk, because this is what's coming. This is what is happening. This is going on now. We're all experiencing it in different ways. That's why I was asked to start having these little school sessions or lessons or whatever. And I hate to even discuss it as that, but in a way, that's what it is. Because even the Galactics have said, all of us in this 3D have to go to school to learn how to deal with telepathy. You know, there are going to be folks who are going to literally going to be able to manifest something right in their hands. And what do you do with that? Holy crap, I just started a fire in the palm of my hand. Whatever it is. But to the point, though, this is the new realm we're going into. And everybody is feeling it, seeing it, starting to understand it, so that the awareness of what is happening, could happen, may very well happen, and beyond any other wildest imagination, we just need to keep our thoughts open for some extraordinary things we might not have ever even thought of. So let me go back to the chat. Sherry, I hope that did you a little bit of good. Breaking down. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Hello, family. Fear and love can't coexist in the same room, just like a healthy lifestyle can't coexist with a toxic one. Absolutely, One Cup. Hey, Sherry and people. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sherry. Deborah, back to you. All right. Sherry, I hope that made some sense. And everything is with our intent. So if our intent is positive, we're getting too much information in. You just simply put it out there. Not now. I wish to have peace and calm. I wish to have peace and calm. I wish to have peace and calm. You know, surround your aura with a simple mantra. You know, y'all stay away for a little while. Stay out. This is my time. Okay. And if all of that fails, just let the chaos play. Don't focus on it. Don't try to pick out whose thought it is. Just let it play. I know it's hard and it's really difficult but at the same time, if I wish to go into a meditative state, like, okay, I've just watched a movie or something and I'm not really into the mood, but I'm going to put myself into the mood. Then I get pictures running. Okay. Now, if I've already calm and at the end of the day, and I've already in a quantum state, if you will, then it's really easy for me to shut my eyes and I'm already there. Okay. Yes, it's taken me years of practice. All right. Now, the protection mantras or thoughts or intentions, if you just speak them clearly, and you must say them out loud. I am repeating myself because it's important. You must let your subconscious hear it. It has to hear it through the ears or it doesn't sink in. I've tried it. Other people, I've had discussions with people, and even why do shamans, even when they're doing ceremonies by themselves, why are they chanting? Because of the frequency, because of their intention, and they're speaking it into the universe. So you're telling your brain, but you're telling the universe, and that's what the key is. Okay, so I hope this has made some sense. I don't know where else to go with the meditative thing, other than it's a lot more simple than people give it credit. You're welcome, Sherry. Great advice. Always enjoy your wisdom. Thank you, One Cup. I think that's good news. Need quiet now. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Remember, this isn't about a cult. It's not about who's right or wrong. But these simple techniques that I wish to show you and make you aware of may help you where other things have failed. I've had 60 years of practice at this, and I look at things and I go, that didn't work for me. And I tried. Years I tried that technique. Didn't work. But out of that, I got this. So I'm trying to give you the benefit of my many years of this. But also, I'm getting a lot of information from the cosmos, from my spirit guide, that's saying, I mean, they're literally kicking me in the butt saying, I mean, I've got pages and pages and pages of stuff that they're making me write down, okay, because they wish me to discuss these things. And they don't want me to forget, you know, well, you've got off topic again and you blah, blah, blah. And it was going to be a 20-minute video and now it's like 45 minutes already. See, I can't shut up. But you guys ask some honest questions. And while I'm sitting here having the discussion, I'm getting downloads of information saying, you know, well, what about this? Maybe there's someone out there that might ask this question. So, but just understand, you know, that all of us have this energy. We all have we can all change our intent. We speak it, we think it, we feel it. We have faith in the universe that yes, we are spiritual beings, every single one of us. And I know everybody here has that already. They already understand that. So, but in this transitional phase that we all have to go through, and what they're saying that maybe by the end of this year, there's going to be some, sure enough, serious changes, like galactics landing on the lawn kind of thing, and actually literally having classes for folk to get together in small groups to learn how to meditate together, to speak to each other telepathically, how to manifest things on a small basis, how to turn off or turn on the telepathy so you don't get into somebody else's conversation, or you don't go listening in on somebody's conversation when you're not supposed to. There are protocols. So it's like the schooling is how to do it, how to be respectful to other people when we're in this quantum entanglement, which is becoming more evident every single day. Okay. So I hope that made sense. I love you all. I do. I'm going to go take a break. If any of you are still up in 15 or 20 minutes, I'm going to do part 2. Okay. And just going to go by the book. So I love you. Go get some coffee if you're if you don't have anything else to do. But I'm going to go get coffee and come back, and I'm going to start the next video. So love and prayers to all of you from my soul heart and my heart soul to you. I send you all the love, honor, and blessings that I can. And I hope, I truly hope you understand that this is all to try to help you or anyone else. If you know someone that's having difficulty with meditation or understanding, I've never asked anybody to like or share a video, but this is a time that it might be one of those times when I ask you to do so if you think it's appropriate. If you think you know someone that might need some of this information to help them along with some of the confusion that's going on, and this might help them in some way, then by all means, pass it along. Okay. But I've never asked anybody to share a video, you know, and I feel kind of catty by doing so. But I leave it up to you, as always, to make a choice if you think this will help someone else. So I love you all, and I'll see you later. I'm going to be back in just a little bit after coffee and a pee. So I love you. Talk to you soon. This is Hawkeye saying adios for now. In about 3